What's going on, guys? MDLP, Battle Axe Gym, the strongman gym in Miami, where strength is everything, and apparently spinal shit is everything. Spinal shit, so it's spinal. Anyways, so I've got a lot of questions, not overwhelming per se, but a lot of questions about what's going on with my back, how I'm gonna go through this, blah, 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 and it's mainly because a lot of people have shitty backs, and I've had a shitty back for quite a while. A few years ago, I got a couple herniations and bulges, and that set me back for a little bit, but that was way into my, or the beginning of my strength career, not so much my competitive career, but, and I was able to recover rather quickly. It took about a year and a half to be discomfort-free, but I was able to compete about 10, 11 weeks later. So I'm gonna break these down into a series of videos because I'm gonna try to do my best to pay it forward with what people have come to me with stuff. I repeat, and I'll repeat this all over. I don't know if I've done it already, obviously. I am not a fucking professional. I don't claim to be a professional. I don't claim anything of the sort. What I'm telling you is that this is what I'm gonna do with the help of professionals, with experience, with some knowledge, and talking to people with similar or almost exact symptoms. Now, that being said, if you have serious fucking problems, go seek a professional. But if you're somebody like me that likes to get a lot of good, valuable opinions as well as those of professionals and make something that works for you, so be it. So I've been very lucky. Donnie Thompson, Brian Carroll, Stuart McGill, a lot of the strongman community, guys. I really want to thank everybody that's helped me out into this idea of getting better. So quickly to assess what's going on, I hope that you guys can see this. I'm gonna try to make this as simple as fucking possible. So you have your spine. That's pretty terrible. So the little area here on the side, blah, blah, blah. This little area here is pretty much your disc, right? So what I have going on is a bulge. Now, there's three types of bulges. There's one that comes out to the side, there's one that comes out to both sides, and then there's scarring of the tissue in there. Now, and what I mean by come out to the sides, actually, the disc actually bulges out. The fluid is pushing towards out to one side. What I have in particular is that I have two, one with a 2 millimeter and then a 2 centimeter scar, both of them on my right side, on my L2, L3, and then it's kind of like this little area right here, my L5, S1, which goes right into the SI joint right here. So ilium, SI. So right where all these little hip action, everything starts to happen. This last little area right here, this particular disc, this one has a big scar, this one has a big scar, both on the right side of my body. So what's happening is that what could happen is that fluid could leak out, or that bulge could come out and hit nerves. That's how some people get numbness, or they call it a drop foot, or loss of control of their leg. I'm very lucky to say that my discs are so compressed from years of just being fucking in contact sports and lifting that nothing's really gonna happen. It's so kind of flattened out that there's no real like pushing or any kind of swelling or bulging pushing on a nerve. So my pains are asymptomatic, which is probably 80-85% of the population has bulges, herniations of some sort that don't bother them at all. That could be you. Anyone that's doing sports and you kind of feel that tightness over time and you're like, no big deal. Well, what really is happening is you could have one, you could not have one. Well, I've had these two for quite a while. I don't know how long, maybe a year, maybe less, and I didn't feel anything. But what did happen to me is that on my left side, on my SI joint on this area, I felt a pop one day. I was putting on a knee sleeve. It was 2 weeks before nationals, and I felt like a spasm, boom, shot up my back. It was awful. It literally took my breath away. Not in a fun way. Take my breath away. So I think that's very important because it goes to show you that this whole fucking side has been compensating for this side till finally something as easy as putting on a knee sleeve really fucked this side up. That's the side that sends the pain to my butt. It does not travel down my leg. It is not a sciatic issue. It's what they consider a QL, piriformis, glute medius, SI joint area. So it's all that juicy area right above your butt cheeks that everyone complains about, either tightness or pulls or spasms, whatever. That is what's wrong with me at present time. So I finally took the MRI because I needed peace of mind. I'm glad I took the MRI. I'm glad I felt pain. I was pain-free for a while until I reheard it on a deadlift because it made me realize that I need to approach training differently. So these are the steps that I would say to you, and I think it's gonna help you guys out in the sense of what to do. I'll try to write them down, but I always verbalize this stuff. Get peace of mind. So get peace, bro. You know what I'm saying. So get peace. Literally find out, get a proper assessment, get the MRI. Now that does not mean that this is set in stone. This doesn't necessarily tell you and predict what it's gonna happen. It's not 100% sure. It just gives you starting blocks to communicate, to inform, and to get smarter about everything. Number 2, get smart, man. And number 3, get help. Get smart, be proactive, read books, ask questions. Don't get too crazy. Don't go to WebMD because you probably have some sort of STD or some sort of back cancer. I wouldn't suggest that. Get smart, read books, get information. I'm currently reading Stuart McGill. I've talked to Donnie Thompson, Brian Carroll. This is the path I've been taking. This is the information I want to go with. Number 3 is get help. You cannot do this on your own per se. When you're hurt, you're very emotional about certain things. I don't know what I'm doing with this. It's like a thing. So it's very important that you go ahead and seek help. Ask questions, ask people to help stretch you out, mobilize you, get involved with everybody. And I think it's absolutely essential that these are your first 3 steps. That's what I'm doing. Peace of mind, get smart, and get help. My dog is being a savage. So hope that helps, and I'll continue to answer the rest as far as I go forward of how I'm approaching, how I'm gonna heal this, and etc.